The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters. Welcome to The Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and thanks so much for joining me, folks. I absolutely treasure your presence here today, and my outcome is to help you to become a better money master. Now, I would love to be able to inspire you, absolutely, but mostly I'd like to be able to offer you different ways that you can create a foundation simply so that you can lead an inspired life. Because leading an inspired life, folks, that is what it's all about. That's what we do here each and every day at TFNN. It is Wonderful Wednesday. That means we go from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. today. So all live, all great content. And again, thanks so much for joining us. If you are listening to us on the radio, thank you so much for doing that. You can always catch the archive of the show on Channel 9. For those of you that haven't tried listening to us on your cell phone, your mobile device, just simply the easiest way is just simply go to tfnn.mobi, and then boom, hit it, and you'll be able to catch this show live anywhere out there. And also, you can catch us on TigerTV. You can watch us live just simply by going to the homepage of TFNN.com. You got the Dow futures are up about 60 points. ES Mini's up 6. NASDAQ futures up 18. We'll come back to that in a moment. We'll take a look at the markets, where they're at, where they're going to go. But when it comes to, simply laying that groundwork, creating other bricks for being able to lead an inspired life, my personal outcome each and every day, I hope it is yours as well, is just simply to always be able to increase my skills. So let's go take a look at one of those skill sets that we need in order to be able to have a inspired life, have that foundation. And this is the skill set. We'll just simply call it, I'll just categorize it as developing your craft. Doesn't matter what your craft is. Doesn't matter whether it's in the stock market or it's being, raising kids, a family, your home, in business, sales, marketing, accounting, finance, operations, whatever it is that you do. It's really about developing your craft. Now, no matter what it is that you're doing, I think that each of us need to be leaders out there. Whether you are a workforce of one, a one-man, one-woman army, maybe it's just simply with regard to trading, you've got to be able to lead. You've got to be able to lead yourself. And so when we take a look at the development of your craft, I really call that leadership. And there's 5. You might want to write this down. I think there's 5 disciplines that all leaders have. Now, some of those we talk about often here. The first area of leadership skills is possibility. Right? Think about it like this. Whether it's the stock market or anything else that you do in life, one of those 5 disciplines that you always have to, in fact, I always suggest that you start off with it, is possibility. I often refer to it as potential. That's what really jazzes you up when you start thinking about your possibilities. And they're endless out there, and it is amazing what it is that you can achieve. So that first one is possibility. I'm not going to spend much time really talking about that today. Your second discipline that you've got to have in order to be a great leader out there is understanding opportunities. Opportunities are presented to us each and every moment. When you're trade these stock markets, it really just depends what time frame it is that you want to trade on. When you trade on a certain time frame, could be a daily time frame, you just have to wait a little bit longer. If you want to go ahead and trade on an intraday chart, I've got a 30-minute intraday chart here. They will offer you opportunities in your business and life and everywhere. It's always about first thinking about the possibilities, and second is all the opportunities that are around you. Then number 3, you're going to come up with is ability. What are your abilities? What are the abilities that you're surrounding yourself with? We hope that that's one of the reasons why you tune in here at TFNN, because you can surround yourself with the ability of so many masters. Take a look at Tom and I doing the Money Master Show. Then we have Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Daryl Martin, David White, Ken Shreve, Tom O'Brien, a whole group of folks that are just simply have their own abilities, and they can share, and we share our abilities with you. But how about your own abilities? In order to be able to leadership, it's really understanding what are your abilities and what else is it that you need in order to be able to do what's possible, do what you believe is possible, so that you can take advantage of those opportunities. The fourth area that you have, the fourth discipline of the 5 when it comes to leadership, is inevitability. You've got to ask yourself, and this is really an important question, and folks, questions, they absolutely control your focus. If you keep up your current daily practices, and each of you have rituals, we all have rituals, if you keep up those existing daily practices, where will they lead you in 10 years' time? Where will they lead you in 5 years' time? Where will they lead you in 1 year? are those disciplines. Is that inevitability? So when you think about your possibility, when you think about your opportunity, when you think about your abilities out there, you have to say inevitably, are the things that you are doing going to lead you to where it is that you want to go? And if not, you need to change it, and when, you must do it now. Make your mind up to do it now. That last skill set of the 5 disciplines of leadership is rationality. You know, and being rational just simply means seeing it the way that it is and acting upon it. So, you know, use that information that's at hand in order for you to be able to make change in your life. So that is what I call developing your craft, and each of us need to be leaders out there. Let's go take a look at the leaders in the marketplace, if we will. Right now, you've got the Dow up about 58 points. Let's take a look at the ES Mini. The leadership, really, the NASDAQ futures, they're up about 0.6% here. But let's start off with the S&P. Now, you know, what you can take a look at, these 2 black lines that I've got across my screen, if you're watching us on Tiger TV, really the close of Friday and the open of Sunday evening. Now, what you can see here is yesterday, coming into the close, coming into the 4 o'clock time frame, you had the S&P futures moving down with accelerated volume and starting to make expansions to the downside. Now, what you can also see as the S&P futures is moving into the 1370 area, that happens to be the low of about 9:30 at night. Really, you had that low all the way up until about 11 o'clock. What you can also see is really coming off of the swing point down here from July 26, nothing more than a 0.382 retracement. I would use a different swing point. In fact, I'm going to. Let me just, I didn't mean to do that. I just got rid of one of my lines out here. Let me just, let's go take a look at our retracement patterns out here. I'm going to get rid of all of the noise that we have. If we do take a look at the ES Mini, and we're going to go from the lows that were established, we're going to take a look at what I'll call a major intersection low. And that's going into the price point of about 1321.50, going all the way back to July 24th, all the way to the highs that were put in here on Monday at about 10:30 as the ES Mini traveled up to the 1381.50 area. What you can see as far as the pullback so far, hasn't even gotten to the 0.382 retracement. That's a normal retracement. You can start to see it starting to make lower highs, lower lows. Now, what you also have out here is if we take a look at off of the high, and when I talk about off of the high, we're talking about that same high. I'm going to use that same area, which was at 10:30 in the morning on July the 30th. I'm going to go from that high to the low that was put in last night at about 11 o'clock when it got down, the ES Mini, that is, got down to 1370.25. What you're going to see right now is that the move up is right now we're trading at the 0.618 retracement area, 1381, and we're trading at 1381 right now. So what you've done is you've done this 0.618 retracement. So it's possible that what is really setting up here is nothing more than an A to B equals CD down. If we take a look at that, what that price projection of A to B equals CD down, where's it going to take you to, folks? Just the 1-to-1, 1 to 1.272, going to take into that 0.382 area of this last move up. I expect that that's what we will see unfold here. Now, what I do expect is that through about the 2:15 time frame, you can say that the consolidation box is pretty much in place here. The consolidation box being the low at last night at about the 1372, and the high that came in at about 1387.50. I expect that what we will see is the market pretty much trade inside this range until when? Until about 2:15 or so, when the FOMC releases their minutes out there, when they release their statement, whatever that might be. Then we'll take a look at a market reaction. Expect that market reaction. Usually, in the first 5 minutes of time, the market reaction, the direction that it goes in, is usually the head fake. Just like a basketball player, if you can picture yourself being a basketball player and you're trying to fake out the market, because that's the role of the market out there, and it's just simply, it's going to go right when it really wants to just simply get you off kilter out there. And at 2 o'clock, you'll be listening in on the Daryl Martin show, I believe. Daryl Martin's from 1 to... No. David White from 2 to 3 today. And so, you know, make sure that you're tuning in here at TFNN, catching David White's show, and you'll be able to take a look at whatever that reaction may be, the power trading hour. And so, if we take a look at, so that's on the ES Mini that we have going on out there. If we take a look at what's going on around the world here, we had the DAX right now is flat. It's up 90 cents. The FTSE is up 64 bucks. So we'll take a look at the FTSE. Over in Asia, a little bit of a mixed bag last night. You had the Nikkei down 53 points. The Shanghai up 20 points. We'll take a look at that. You had the Hang Seng up 23. If you take a look right now at the King dollar, pulling back by 3 pennies. No great shakes out there. Gold, though, gold is off $6, but the big mover of the morning to the downside happens to be silver. It's down 2 2/10%. That's off 62 cents. Light sweet crude up 24 cents. Our call-in number 877-927-6648. Other movers in the markets out here, you've got Laboratory Company. LH is the ticker symbol. They close at 84.09, trading out right now at 94.88. Apple having a good morning. Nobody taking a bite out of Apple. They're trading at 616. They closed last night at 610.76. To the downside, you've got Spirit Airlines. Looks like they are pushing more paper out. They close at 39.10. They are trading right now at $20.19. Is that possible? Oh, they close at 21.51. Trading at 20.19. We'll be right back, folks.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Carol Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage at TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows. Plus, see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to archives of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648, and we're certainly in the middle of earnings season out here. So many releases after the bell and before the bell last night that I cannot keep track of these. Let's see if we've got anything of significance real quickly here that I can see on my screen. So let's see. You got a couple folks down about 4%. BBOX, Black Box Corp. They are trading right now out of 25.50. They had closed out. No, that's July 31st, so that was an after the bell. We're not going to pay attention to that out there. Let's see, down 19%. Now, this is a $4 stock. Let me see what is going on here trading-wise. Okay, so this is trading. This is Career Education. So it's another one of those education. I'm assuming it is another one of those education-type facilities they call Career Education. And they closed out last night at 471. They're down 19%, down 91 cents out there. So all of those education stocks just simply getting nailed to the wall out here. Let's see if I can see anything popping here of any significance. Down 15%. Digital River Corporation, DRIV. So they must be out with earnings. Let's see, is it earnings? Is it? They announced a $100 million stock buyout, but the stock is trading lower, down 15%. They closed at $17.79. The last trade here just fired off at $14.95. Let me see if they also have earnings. Yeah, they do. Okay, so their Q2 revenues, $90.7 million versus $92.5 from the prior year. Their net income, $200,000 versus $291,000. So that's really what is pushing the stock lower. That's Digital River, DRIV. If we take a look at DreamWorks Animations, DWA, they closed at $19.20. They're trading right now at $17.93. Let's see what they have to report for us. Q2 revenues, $162 million versus $218. The consensus was $186 out there. Let's see here. Net income, if I can find the net income on this. Got earnings per share of 15 cents versus 40. Net income not popping up here real quickly. So they are trading down. That's DreamWorks Entertainment. DWA is the ticker symbol there. Let's see, what else do we see here that is trading either up or down? Faro Technologies, FARO, they're down 9% this morning. They closed at $43, but only one trade firing off at $39. So let's not pay attention to that. Fire, FIRE. Now that I believe was a IBD stock. So they closed at 51.05. They're down 6% right now. Last trade firing off at 48.10. Let's see what they show out here. They've got earnings per share. 4 cents versus a loss of 1 cent from the prior quarter. Their revenue is $50 million versus 36.5, so they must not be giving very good guidance out there. I don't show the net income. 1.1 million versus 0.4. Still, FIRE right now trading down $2.95 in the pre-market here. See what we can have to the upside out here. What do we have to the upside or downside? 17% to the downside. You got McGrath Rent Corp. MGRC is the ticker symbol there. There are no trades. This was after the market yesterday, so we won't. That was yesterday after they had reported earnings. They were down 17%. Let's take a look at some other. Okay, here's a Silicon Image. Nah, don't want to go there. True Religion. How about True Religion? Any of you have True Religion jeans out there? In fact, I believe I am wearing a pair here right now. and down 13% in the pre-market. Let's see, what is True Religion telling us here? It says their profits rise. They did Q2 earnings per share, 39 cents versus 38. Not a great deal there. See if we can find out what their revenues were. I don't show their revenues. True Religion, TRLG, they closed at 26.24, trading down right now at 22.80 in the pre-market out here. You've got anything else? Marathon Oil, they're trading up. MRO is the ticker symbol. They're up a couple of percent. They close at 26.47. They're traded at 27.05. Let's see here what they've done income-wise. Their net income, $393 million versus $996 million a year ago. That's quite a hit. Their net income, $416 versus $689. However, they are trading up 2% in the pre-market out here. That's it for the pre-market. You got Energizer Holdings, ENR. I don't know if that's the Energizer Bunny people, but if so, their batteries need a little recharging. They closed out at all sevens, $77.77, trading down $5.77. I think they need to go to Las Vegas. 877, how about that? 927-6648. Give us a call, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and the Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
And we're off to the races. You got the Dow up 59 points, S&P up 5, composite up 14, small caps up 3, leading the charge on the way up. The composite, you got Microsoft up 11 ticks right now, trade out at $29.58, Intel up 14 cents, Google up $6, Cisco down 8 ticks, Apple up $4 here. Leading the charge on the way up, Shire PLC, SHPG is the ticker symbol. They're trading up 7% right now, trading up $6 and change. Catamaran Corp, CTRX, they're trading up 8%. Google trading up 8% as well. They are up. Where'd Google go to? Google now in the lead, up $6. You've got Apple, as I said, up 3. Allegron, AGN, they're up $3 and change. This Buds for You, BUD, is up about $3.30. Pioneer Natural Resources, PXD, the ticker symbol, they're up 4%. Laboratory Corp, LH, up. You got Humana today having a bouncer, up 5%. I believe Humana was down fairly big yesterday. Maybe we'll take a look at that chart. To the downside, lead to the downside, MasterCard falling out of bed this morning. Dollar-wise, they're down $14. It's down 3%. Energizer Holdings, they're down 8%, trading off $6.75 right now. SourceFire Inc. is the name of the company. They're down 10%. Herbalife, HLF, off 8%. NetSuite and the ticker symbol down 7%. Nice Systems Limited, ticker symbol NICE, not having a very nice day in the markets, down $4. That's down 11%. Polypore, PPO, they're off 10%. True Religion, as we mentioned earlier, down 13%. Digital River, we mentioned them in the pre-market, down 18%. 3D Systems, DDD, off 8%, down $3. Hog, Harley the Hog, out there, down 7.77%. That's off $3 and change. Again, our call-in number, 877-927-6648. So let's go take a look at these markets, see what they're doing here. Silver, we're going to start off with silver. Hi-ho silver out there. You've got silver trading out at $27.19. That's off almost a little bit over 2.5%, down 72 cents out here. Now, in the case of silver, one of the things we were taking a look at yesterday was the fact that it looked like silver was really trying to break out above the 50-day exponential moving average. That's the blue line that we've got on my screen if you're following us on Tiger TV. It broke out just slightly on Monday. Yesterday, moved a little bit higher, closed really right at the 50-day EMA. And, what you can take a look at, if you take a look at the 50-day exponential moving average, you'll see that it has held silver in check really well, going back, at least until the March 14th time frame. And now, when you've got silver, it's really been in a relatively tight trading range out here. Take a look at this trading range that it's really been in. If I take a look at the tight trading range, I'd say I'd go back into the maybe go back to May 1st. May 1st, a little bit before, maybe May 8th or what have you, in this little sideways trading range. Now, what it's doing right now, silver is moving down into the May 28th swing point, or June 28th swing point. That June 28th swing point, high 27.12. It got down there, tested it. I imagine it's going to go all the way down further. It just bounced up a little bit. You would expect it to do that. It's also bouncing off of this descending tops trend line that it broke out of a few trading sessions ago. So it was running into a little bit of resistance. Now, it's coming into that swing point with lighter volume. On June 28th, you did 46,000 contracts. So far today, you've done 21,000 contracts. So we'll come back and take a look at silver. But silver having in the metals market, having a very poor showing today. If you take a look at gold down about $15 right now. That's down 0.1%. Gold, what's been holding gold in check has been the 200-day exponential moving average, and that is the red line going across my screen. You can see it never closed above that, and now it is trading back down into its most recent descending tops line, also right into that 50-day exponential moving average right there. As far as contract-wise, you've done about 65,000 contracts today. Now, that's coming into about 177,000 contracts, going into the June 1st time frame. So not enough to totally bust that down. If we take a look at some of the movers and shakers out there, let's go take a look at MasterCard. MA is the ticker symbol. Let's go see what MasterCard is doing out here, having a little bit of a tough day, a tough start here, gapping down this morning. Let's see what kind of volume we've got in MasterCard. Let me get rid of the pattern. Really been in a sideways consolidation pattern. Volume so far in just the first few moments of trading here, 9 minutes of trading, MasterCard having 300,000 shares out of its tires here. Now, MasterCard would be moving all the way back to the bottom of its consolidation range. The swing point there that it would be dealing with is July 24th. Only 945,000 shares down there, and that shouldn't have any problem. The top of that swing point, folks, is 417.78. MasterCard has gotten down as low as 420, even Steven, so far here this morning. If we take a look at MasterCard, was it an earnings report out there? Let me see what MasterCard here has to say. MasterCard. Let's see. Okay, so they had revenue $1.8 billion versus $1.67 billion. Their earnings per share, not bad, $5.55 versus $4.76. So that is a nice number out there. Net income was $700 million versus $608 million a year ago. So their guidance must be off a bit here this morning. If we take a look at what else is up, dropping, let's go take a look at SourceFire is the name of the company. FIRE is the ticker symbol. I believe this was once a high flyer. Now it's flying to the downside, and it is coming into an area where it broke out. Its most recent breakout inside SourceFire came on February 22nd, 2012. Broke out, wide price spread, accelerated volume, 5.6 million shares. You're trading inside that swing point right now. Now, there's a gap open there, folks. So if we take a look, that's 5.6 million. Been trading for 11 minutes. So far today, it's done 455,000 shares. So it's got some pretty decent volume in this equity here. It's also really taken its most recent swing points, which doesn't have any volume. That swing point is July 12th, 1.3 million shares out there. So it's going to try to get inside the gap. That would be a close below 41.15. It gets inside the gap below 41.15. It'll go down there and fill it all the way back to the February 21st date. That only has 795,000 shares. The high of that is 36.38. That is on SourceFire. If we take a look at, find some other areas here of support or resistance, let's just go put this on a weekly chart. And we take a look at this on a weekly chart. On the weekly, you can see it's trading inside that breakout week of February 24th. Has good volume there, 9 million shares for the week. And you also have a high volume bar here, downdraft, but still a high volume area, which should also act as support at the 32.79. So support on SourceFire ought to be right around that 32.79, 32.80 area. Now, this could be setting up a weekly A to B equals CD if you get it close below that 41.69. And if you do it on more than 4.9 million shares, what this is really setting up on the weekly charts out here is a to B equals CD. That's going to take you 1-to-1. Is going to take you right into that area that we gave you as a support. The 1-to-1 is 33.79. and I suspect that that's where Source Fire, FIRE, is headed to. Let's go take a look at Energizer Holdings. ENR is the ticker symbol. Let me see if these are the Energizer Bunny folks out here. Yep, that is. Those are the Energizer battery people. And the Energizer battery needs a little recharge because it has lost its charge here. So ENR is the ticker symbol, gapping down with volume this morning here. Again, we're taking a look at the daily chart for Energizer Holdings coming into the swing point and its last gap up. Its last gap up happened to be May 2nd, gapped up with 2.4 million shares. So far, in just the first 13 minutes, you're down with 650,000 shares. So this has volume to the downside. This thing has been traveling in a sideways consolidation range really for quite some time here. I'd say going back to October in 2011. And so it's going to try to bust out those lows. Let's put this on a weekly chart, get a little bit better picture of the any high volume bars out here. So you can see, let me just refresh, make sure I've got the most current date out here. So it is traveling inside this high volume bar here going back to February 2011. The high of that bar, which it's already into, the high is 74.72. It's got 16 million shares. The low is 61.60. So it looks like that is the target is going to be in the 61.60 to 62.98 area for Energize. You put this on the weekly chart, and you can see this thing has been consolidating going back to 2009. From 2009, this thing has been in a sideways consolidation range. That is your Energizer Bunny rabbit out there. Probably I could use some recharging, don't you think? Let's go take a look at Hog. Hog down 11% right now. So let's go see what Harley Davidson is doing out here. HOG is their ticker symbol, trading out at 38.50, down with volume. If we take a look at the volume here on the Hog, see what that is coming up against. Of course, it's coming all the way down to this high volume bar, which had no wide price spread. So this was a little bit of a breakdown. Maybe it was the last earnings report going back to October 18th, 2011. So Harley is headed down into the $33 area. Let's go take a look at this. Is taking out swing points with volume, making A, B, C, D down patterns. Let's take a look at the one that starts from the high in Harley on May 1st. Harley Davidson traded out as high as 54.32 on May 1st. Moves down. First move down. The first move down takes you into May 18th. The low out there, $45 even. I know Basil talks about round number highs. What about round number lows? Well, you can find out. You can give him a call when he does his show today from 11 to 12. I don't know the answer to that. So this right now doing on a longer term basis, looks like Harley wants to do a 1 to 1.618, A to B equals CD. What's that going to do? That's going to take you right down into that $33, $35 range here. And so Harley on the weekly chart, I'm on a daily chart, certainly has volume today. Let's put this on the weekly chart and see what else we have out here for Harley Davidson. So, as a stock chart, forget the volume side, Harley has been steadily moving up, stair-stepping ever since the March lows. The March lows, Harley was trading out at $8 and change. The high was the high that we were looking at in May of 2012 when it got to 54.32. If we take a look at the highest volume bar out here, is going to take us into October of 2009. That high being $28.75 out there. It looks like that is where the Hog may want to head to. It's certainly going to head to the bottom of its range here. Let's take a look at just simply the retracement that it has done off of the low from October 4th, the week of October 7th, but it was really October 4th, the low out there of 31.93 all the way up to the high. And what you can see is it has traded very close to the 0.786. Now, it's coming through that 618 area with a wide-ranging bar. That says that not only does it want to get to that 3672 area, and it may have already hit that this morning. That was the 786 retracement. Got to 3784. But it looks like Harley wants to come all the way back to the swing point of October 4th, 2011. That would be 3193. If we go take a look at what's popping to the upside here, let's go take a look at Shire PLC, SHPG, is the ticker symbol there. So SHPG. And then we'll go switch over to the ETFs. We'll go see what's going on inside the ETFs out here. We'll start off with the futures of the Russell 2000. So take a look at Shire PLC here. This thing actually coming back to a shortable area. How about that? So Shire PLC is the ticker symbol. You say, Steve, why do you say that? Had a nice day yesterday. Yes, it did have a nice day yesterday, but it was coming right back into where it last broke down. June 25th comes down with 2.6 million shares. When it went up yesterday into that area, was coming in with 1.6 million shares. This here, if you take a look at an ideal spot to set up a short on Shire PLC, I'm going to have to do a little bit more work on this one. But since we're live on the show, I'll do some of that work right now. So an ideal spot to probably consider taking a short here in Shire PLC. Let's first take a look at ABC patterns, other areas of resistance here. So let's take a look at the AB equals CD up. The B point on this is going to be July 19th. You did 288,000 shares, $90.58. Let's just draw the lines across here. I'll show you what it is that I do. That way you may want to follow a similar procedure on your chart. So I'm going to mark the B point. I'm going to come down here, take a look at the volume, so we can certainly take a look at the volume as we cross the B point. Now I'm going to draw my A to B equals CD. We're going to start down here with the June 28th low out at 82.39. Go all the way up to the B point, and we're going to pull back here into the C that was made 2 trading sessions later, July 23rd. Now, one of the things that you can take a look at is what was that retracement on the way back. That retracement on the way back was about a 50% retracement, a little bit below that 0.382 area. So it says that this wants to do a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. Why? Because when you cross the B point, you did it with volume. 94.68 is the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD, coming right into a nice downdraft on March 30th at the 94.05 level. Good looking short chart out here, folks. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
Catch Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. The Money Masters, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Dow up about 51 points. S&P up to small caps. Let's go take a look at the small caps. They're trading totally flat here, up 7 pennies right now. We're going to start off with the Russell 2000 futures contract. We're going to take a look at a number of different patterns that are out here. We take a look at the Russell 2000 futures contract, folks. We're taking a look at two trend lines. A trend line off of the top, off of the most recent high out here on July 5th. 2012, when it was up at the 820.50 area. Trend line's different than channel lines here. The next touch point on your trend line is going to be the high that came in on July 19th. That high was 807.60. You will see how two trading sessions go. The Russell 2000 stopped and got up to where? Got right up to that trend line. So that trend line holding it in place here right now. On the downside, on the bottom, the trend line to the, I should say it's really the trend line to the upside, but starting off with the low out here on June the 4th. That is a low of 728.50 out here. Your next touch points really being both the low of July 24th as well as July 25th out at 759.20. So right now it is traveling in a very narrow banded range. That's on the Russell 2000. We take a look at the index itself. In the index, I'm going to show you the 0.786 Gartley makes a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD that completed on July 5th. So if we take a look at what that looks like, A to B equals CD, 1-to-1, we'd start with our June 4th low, come all the way up to the swing point on July 19th, come all the way down to the July 26th area, 1-to-1, 817.95. Where does it actually get up to? Gets up to 820.44, and then it gaps down off of that area. Now, the ultimate outcome of any Gartley, number one, first what it's going to do a 0.618 retracement of the A to B equals CD. So that would be the June 4th low up into the high that it made on July 5th. That price projection was 764.39. You actually had the Russell miss it by just a tad. Got down to 765.05. Oh, man, you got to love this stuff. You got to love that sweet 618. And you come visit us here in Clearwater. You visit us at Suite 618. So it does the first objective. Now we were taking a look at that trend line that is holding it in place. Your next outcome of any Gartley buy or sell pattern, in this case here was a Gartley sell pattern, is that it set up your new C point. It set up your larger A to B equals CD. What the Russell 2000 futures may in fact be doing here, folks, is take a look at this. Your A point on the Russell 2000 goes back to your March 27th high at 847.92. Your B point happens to be June 4th. That June 4th low out at 729.75. Your C point was where you had that Gartley sell. That came in on July 5th. A 1-to-1 takes you to 702.39. Now, if you take a look at the retracement off of the November 25th low out there, we'll take a look at that from the high. So from that low of November 25th, when it traded out at 666, ooh, the devil was in the details out there. You will see that the 1-to-1 will take you to a 0.786 retracement. That would be normal. So look for the Russell 2000 to head towards the December 20th low up. I think it was December 14th low out there. Really, I'll take a look at December 19th, where the market started to, where it formed another bottom out there. It looks like that's where the Russell 2000 wants to make its way down to. That was on the Russell. Now, let's go take a look at the ETF, the daily ETF, see what it is that we see out here. You can see that the Russell 2000, what it did two trading sessions ago, it got up into the July 19th swing point. That had 49 million shares. When you got up there, you got in with 34 million shares. Closed the gap on July 30th. You rejected it on price and lighter volume. Stay tuned, folks. Tom and I will be up next. Then Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Darryl White, Darryl Martin, David White, Ken Shreve, and the Tom O'Brien Show from 4 to 6. Have a great day, folks. Look forward to seeing you soon.